I got my loudspeaker on,
Okay.
so my smacking won't.
President thing, the impeachment proceed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did they also impeach him for obstruction of Congress?
That's what they were voting on when the brother called.
To impeach him under Article 1, for abuse of power. They're going to impeach him for also obstruction of Congress. They have no real evidence. President without real concrete evidence.
Right.
Okay, this whole thing, you can tell it's a whole shade to try to steal the election in 2020. That's all it really is. They want to steal the election in 2020. They fear this guy was going to be a two-term president. He still will be, but they're trying to steal the election and give it to Joe Biden, who is a corrupt politician. By the way, he's a very corrupt politician. Joe Biden is
he was the one that signed that reform act, that crime reform act bill. In the 90s, we still got many thousands of people's lives messed up.
Exactly. And then, it doesn't matter who is really president. What really matters is this agenda that the Democrats want to push, which is socialism. Right. That's what they want to push. They want us to live under a socialist government. There is no such thing as a democracy. I don't see this country as being a democracy. I don't see it. So, it's supposed to be a republic currently, but I don't see it as a democratic government. I don't see that.
So it's going to be like something like Britain under a socialist government?
No, because Britain is under a monarchy. Which, honey, they need to abolish the monarchy. That's another thing. The British they need to get rid of the monarchy, for real. But those people, the Windsors, have too much power. They have way too much power. The Windsor family has way too much power. Way too much. And, this whole thing about Jeffrey Epstein, running a pedophile island, and Prince Andrew, doing this BBC interview about, 3 weeks ago where he incriminated himself. The monarchy does not want this thing to blow up any more than what it has already blown up. Because it would implicate many of the royals in pedophilia. It would implicate many of them in pedophile rings / organizations, because this guy, Jeffrey Epstein, was supplying the royal families with children, not only to have, but to sacrifice as human sacrifices. There are so many children that go missing around the world, in this country, on a daily basis.
Right.
It is ridiculous. A lot of these children are ending up as sacrificed victims. They're ending up on sacrificial altars, okay, in many of these other countries, as well as this country. Because, these safest organizations are really, they're really kidnapping and murdering children. The royals do not want this thing to blow up. Prince Andrew is a pedophile. But so is a lot of members of the royal family, the Windsor family. A lot of them are pedophiles. It's not just him. A lot of the European royals and aristocracy, they're pedophiles. The men and the women. Not just the men, but the women too.
And he came to America, would they prosecute him?
Hell no. He's a royal. He's so-called royal. So-called, okay? See, these people operate under a different way of living. They operate under a different way of living. Different from you and I. They have immunities that you and I would never have.
Right.
They cannot be prosecuted. They can't be prosecuted for no crime. Okay, like we can. See, they can't be prosecuted. I'm talking about the royals, the so-called royals.
Right.
They'll never go to jail. None of them will ever face prison. They're protected because they're so-called royalty. See my point?
Yeah.
So-called. Okay?
Right.
Yeah.
These people are no better than you and I.
Right. They shit the same and piss the same.
Exactly. Exactly.
Die the same.
You know, exactly.
Right.
So, listen, I mean, I know. It's utterly ridiculous. This dude, you know, is a straight pedophile, and nothing will ever happen to him. He will never face the consequences of his actions because he was born a royal.
Right.
Okay? You know, they'll never face the atrocities that they have committed. And they have committed many atrocities, okay? Over the centuries. This royal family goes way back to goddamn the Middle Ages. They go way back to the Middle Ages. You know, talking about the Windsors.
I'm a turtle.
Yeah, they go back to the damn Middle Ages, honey. And these folks are, they are some of the world's biggest mass murderers. Okay?
That Brixton situation might change everything, though, because they are Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland's already talking about breaking off from the UK, the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
And Scotland is already putting in a referendum to vote to become independent of the UK.
Yeah.
Even though they said that the royal family would still be lords over all of them. You know, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know.
I know.
But if they break away from if the United Kingdom get broke up behind that Brexit thing, that's gonna be the worst thing that's happened to Britain in hundreds of years. That's gonna be the worst thing, but like somebody said, what better people can it happen to than them? They responsible for, multiple atrocities.
Yeah, exactly.
Humanity.
Going back to the damn Middle Ages with these people.
Yeah.
Wow. On that note,
I mean, that disaster of an interview by Prince Andrew, that really made them look very bad.
Yeah.
Okay, very bad. You know, and you can see pictures with him in it with the victim.
yeah.
What?
Didn't he lie and say that he was never seen with the victim, and then folks found pictures
Yeah.
with him posing with the victim.
Oh,
Okay, the young girl, not woman, that he raped. Yeah,
these pictures that he was posing with her in, was she a young girl then?
oh no, she was a teenager.
Right.
He was an old dude by then. Okay, old enough to be her daddy.
Granddad.
Nasty ass motherfucker. Old enough to be her daddy.
But they said he never had no contact with the victim, but these pictures surfaced.
Exactly. He lied to the BBC.
Okay.
That's what he did. He lied.
Okay.
Okay. The pictures surfaced.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, for Jeffrey Epstein,
like they call him on the streets, he's a chomo.
yeah, Jeffrey Epstein was definitely a threat to the establishment. They had to get rid of him. I don't believe he committed suicide. I believe Jeffrey Epstein was murdered.
Yeah,
And it was
you talking about Prince Andrew?
I didn't say Prince Andrew murdered him. I'm saying Jeffrey Epstein was a threat to the royals. He was a threat to that whole institution because you know that guy was supplying them with children. He was supplying them with children.
Hey.
A lot of these children never were seen and heard from again. A lot of them, they ended up dead, being murdered. A lot of them.
Hey.
So, you know, Jeffrey Epstein was a threat. They had to get rid of him.
But who knows how many people was killed in this equation of things?
They are probably the world's biggest mass murderers. I'm just going to leave it at that, okay?
There's some serious shit here.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yes.
And on that note, we are live. This is the Reality Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I'm Angel 7. And on board the Soul Train tonight, we have our sister Nova Levine. And we also have...
Hey.
And yes, and we also have our soul brother Taalik.
Yes, sir.
The subject that we've chosen tonight, just for a few minutes, hour or so, we're gonna kick it. Because for me, the topic is, why don't you believe in God? You know, a lot of folks will ask you that. When you tell them, they try to tell you about Jesus or Muhammad or Yahweh or Yasharara or whatever, Shoshuma, whoever. And you tell them, well, I'm not interested. I don't believe in God. They're like, what?
Right.
Why you don't believe in God? So, unless somebody want to take the reins, I could lead it off and tell folks.
Let me lead the charge on this one, brother.
Okay.
For a few, if you won't mind.
Go ahead.
Listen, yes, this is your soul brother, Taalik, on the air, and I like to just say this, that this religion thing has become so proportionately out of control with this so-called belief system crap that you got people committing suicide thinking that once they kill themselves, their soul is going to leave their body and they're going to be transitioned to some type of kind of spacecraft that's going to take them to another planet somewhere. Like what happened at a mansion in California back in 1997.
Yeah.
For those of you that may remember that. And also, too, it's like the so-called religion I left behind called the Nuwabians, or Nuwabian, or whatever they fictitious name they done gave that organization once again, because I don't deal with them no more, so they might have named it something else by now. But anyway, you know, they have people believing that their souls is going to separate from their bodies and ascend to the mother plane ship, which I have seen yet to come. It was even predictions that this spacecraft was supposed to come and retrieve the so-called 144,000. And it was set times that it was supposed to happen. And then those set times, it never happened, okay? And then you got the Nation of Islam talking this crap about, you know, Master Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad is up in the mother plane ship, alive, living, breathing. But all the followers who claim to follow Elijah Muhammad and this mythical god, Muhammad, don't seem to be able to have the access to physically enter into that mother plane ship with them. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, and I mean, who, like I said before this video officially got kicked off by our brother Angel 7, you know, they defecate and urinate the same as us. and die, as a brother would say, the same as we do. So, what make them the only ones so worthy to be in this crystal mother plane ship? And their own followers don't even get the chance to have the privilege or the access to be able to be in that same place with them, free from all this hell down here on earth. You see, so, in fact, did Father Muhammad actually come to America to deliver the so-called black man and woman? You see what I'm saying? Is the Anunnaki coming to America to deliver the black man and woman? Is Jesus coming to deliver the black man and woman? Is Yahshua coming to deliver the black man and woman? I mean, it's all type of quirks and holes in these so-called philosophies, you know, that's been going on, you know, for thousands upon thousands of years, but in different forms. You know, like you have people today worshiping Jesus, where if you go back in time, you had different gods similarly being worshipped in the same fashion. Like I saw a video by this, you know, doofless cat named Alex Jones of InfoWars. He came out with a video some years back, a decade ago, called The Endgame. And in that video, it talked about all the consecutive back-to-back gods that were worshipped over time during these past thousands of years, that was worshipped in the same fashion chronically as Jesus was. You see what I'm saying? But up under different names and different titles. You see what I'm saying? And they came from different cultures, whether Roman, Babylonian, all the way up to Jesus. You see what I'm saying? But still, during that time, people were still getting killed, suffering. Violence was going on in the world. People was getting oppressed. The have-nots was oppressing those who didn't have, like today. So this religion thing, and now people been waiting 2,000 years or more for Jesus. He still ain't came. But you still got Christians dying. Even some dying right in the church, getting shot up, getting robbed. Whenever they pass around them buckets, you know, fake pastors, preachers, you know, getting their heads handed to them, because people come to find out that they ain't nothing but frauds. You know, you got people worshiping in the mosque in New Zealand or somewhere in the Middle East, and some terrorists or white supremacists walk in there and blow their head off and commit mass murders. So where's the lie in this equation? You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, we got to really understand this religion thing ain't all that it's cooked up to be. We got to understand that religion was started by man. Yes. You know? And just like the religion that people, many around the world, especially in a country like America and other Western countries, you know, are dominated by, which is Christianity, was started by the, with how you pronounce that, the Nicaea Council of Rome back in those times. They're the ones that corroborated the name Jesus, because you know Jesus wasn't even in the Hebrew language. The letter J is not even in the Hebrew language. Okay? So all that about he was a Jew and this and that, but the letter that begins his, the first letter that begins his name wasn't even in the Hebrew language. So I mean, it's all kind of quirks in this situation, and you still got people wholeheartedly believing in this false crap. you know, and then mainly what hurts me to see now that I'm gladly emancipated from this so-called religious false belief crap is that I see so many among our fellow 44 plus dark-skinned descendants of slaves born here in America that's still partaking in this foolishness, which ain't getting them no damn where. It's not stopping these racist peckerwoods from blowing their heads off or lynching them or you know, racial profiling them or trumping up charges to send them to the penitentiary for who knows how long, but to the death chamber and some death penalty state, you know, when they got people sitting on death row land, which is majority of those that are dark-skinned descendants of slaves, and by the way, quite a bit of them are Christians, some are even Muslims. And where are they gods at to spare them? You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, we got to look at this. We got to look at this for what it is. You know, and also, too, where's the justice of God at when it comes to all these police killings of blacks in America? Well, we can count on our 5-finger heads where a cop has actually been tried and convicted and sent to prison for murdering a black person unjustly somewhere here in America. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, we got to look at this for what it is. Religion is not doing the damn thing for us. Keeping us side-blinded and keeping us remaining enslaved free to the point that we may be slaves for eternity unless we get up out that way of thinking called religion and belief. Which, if you break down the word belief, which I credit the Nubians for teaching me, which is called believe a lie. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it means. So, what you believe is a lie, you are actually saying that you're willing to accept this lie. Subconsciously, you're willing to say that you believe in this lie, even no matter how obvious people make it clear to you that it's a lie. You know, like I heard a brother say on this platform, you know, that the Bible and Quran, you won't never find nowhere in any of them books where God himself actually said that those are his words. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, we got to really look at this thing for what it is. Why these damn preachers and pastors like Creflo Dollar and you know what I'm saying, and all the other ones, you know, getting paid millions and millions of dollars. Got they followers wholeheartedly donate $65 million so they could get a jet and fly around the world and teach these lies to the rest of humanity. You see what I'm saying? Why they followers is just one paycheck away from being homeless. And we know it's a big homeless problem that's continuously escalating right here in the United States where preachers like Creflo Dollar live in nice plus mansions. You know, that nigga got a ATM machine in his church down there in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's just crazy. You know, they getting paid off this 501k money like it ain't nothing. And you know, they talking all this other stuff and impeachment and all this other stuff going on in politics. They need to be doing something about that by outlawing that 501k crap. Because the minute they outlaw that, Trust me, all them pastors you hear about, especially in them nice plush churches, and living fat and wealthy, you know what I'm saying, off the labors of their congregation would stop getting behind the podiums every Sunday. I guarantee you that. Let them cut that 501k plan out where they could get that free money like that and see how less you hear about religion, even in the media. And with that, for now, I yield my mic.
Alrighty then.
All right.
That's brother Talib. And I don't know if she's ready or she want to say something, because I know you was fired up. That's why we're having the live stream, because this was a topic that we was talking about, sister.
Mm-hmm.
And because I know that you had experience today, and it was a young man that was told, you know, seek the Lord.
Well, he was told God is, you know, he was told God be blessing you, but God be blessing you, God be blessing you. You know, he was told how God bless him and all that. That's what the old man told the younger guy, how God be blessing you and all that. And I turned around and I said, don't believe that shit. I said it just that quick. But I didn't go into further detail because I didn't want to get into a dispute.
Right.
Where I was. So I didn't go no further than don't believe that shit. I kept telling them don't believe that shit. Because, you know, the guy kept talking about God, you know. I kept telling the young man don't believe that. But anyway, you know, I have several main reasons for why I do not believe in God. Number one, there is too much suffering in the world. That's number one. There is too much suffering in the world. I looked, you know, at my present life a few months ago, and I didn't like what I saw. Even though I was in church, I was going to church, you know, a few months ago, just this year, I was still going to church. And, you know, I was suffering. And I needed God. I needed his help. And I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed. And I kept going to church on Friday night, kept going on Sunday. That was earlier this year.
I bear witness.
And I'm looking at my situation. I'm, you know, basically getting my ass handed to me at work every day by the manager. You know, she talking shit to me, trying to get me fired, undermining me. I'm praying to God and asking God, please help me, Lord. You know, I had prayed now. I prayed like they told me to. They said, God answer prayer. That's what they said. Okay? And I believed it. Because that's what I had been taught my whole life, that God answer prayer. And I'm looking at my situation, and I'm looking like God ain't answering my prayer. What's going on? And I'm thinking I must be doing something wrong. I must have displeased God because he's not answering my prayer. He didn't answer my prayer earlier this year. You know, when I wanted God to fix it where I can go back to MARTA, get my job back at MARTA, he didn't answer my prayer. And I really got upset about that thing. I really got disturbed about that. You know, Taalik, he can bear witness. You can bear witness. And, you know, I started thinking about this thing a little bit more.
I'm going to pass the plate in a minute.
I stopped going to church. Yeah, I stopped going to church. That's what I did. I stopped going to church. I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'm finna keep going to church and praying and worshiping and nothing's getting better in my life. Nothing. I can't even get my job back at MARTA. What's going on? So, you know, so I stopped going to church. That was earlier this year. And then, you know, I even then, I still believed in Jesus. I still believed in Black Jesus. Not white Jesus.
You didn't believe in
Black Jesus.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Still believed in hell. Still believed in that whole ideology. which is fear-based consciousness. That's what it is. Still believed in it, you know. And then, you know what? Let me start going back to research. You know, let me start going back to the research. That's what I did. I started researching, and then I started writing about, you know, my research.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking up stuff, you know, about the Genesis flood and the Genesis creation story, how it's based on the ancient Sumerian creation, how it's based on the ancient Sumerian flood story. And I'm like, okay, so they done plagiarized ancient sources from out of Sumer. That's what biblical writers did. They plagiarized ancient sources on the flood and plagiarized other ancient sources on the creation out of Sumer, Sumeria. And I learned how the Anunnaki, I learned things about these extraterrestrials that came down and they engineered Homo sapiens to be their slaves. Okay, you know. But the Genesis creation stories say that this so-called God created man for his own glory. See what I'm saying? Like, there's a contradiction there. There's a contradiction between the Genesis account and the ancient Sumerian account. Because the ancient Sumerians, they wrote that this race of beings came from the sky, and they engineered Homo sapiens to be slaves, to be a slave race. Okay? But the Genesis account is saying how God created man in his image, and, you know, but the Genesis account don't say that God or the gods created human beings. It doesn't say that you know, that this God created human beings to be slaves. It says something else. The Genesis account don't say what the Sumerians said about how these ancient beings engineered Homo sapiens to be their slaves. Now, I know that the Genesis account is not the oldest account. I know that for myself. I know the Genesis story is not the oldest account in the world. I know that. I know the Bible. Today I know the Bible is based on ancient mythology, allegory, deception, and plagiarism. I know that today. A few months ago, I did not know that. See where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
Am I making sense to you? Am I not making sense to you? Let me know. Let me know. Because I can go back over it again if I'm not making sense.
They're just listening.
Hello? Hello?
They're listening. They're
Am
listening.
I making sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense. A whole lot of sense to me.
I'm just saying, I can go back over this again if it's not making sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me because I don't hear nobody, and plus, I don't hear nobody in the comment section responding. Brother, can you see the comment section, Taalik?
Yeah, I can.
No.
No, they're just listening
Oh,
right
you can
now.
see it?
They're just listening.
They just listening.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Oh, they just listening, okay.
Yeah.
see, I found out some things. Let me finish. I just wanted to see whether you all was understanding what I'm saying. I'm trying to, you know, explain it as best I can as to why I don't believe in God. I don't believe in God because this God that I was taught to believe in, according to Genesis, is based on a lie.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't believe in God. It's based on a lie. It's all based on lies. The Bible is a book of mythology, allegories, deception, and plagiarism. I don't believe it. Just like Jesus never walked the earth, this so-called God from Genesis called Yahweh is a figment of our imagination. That's what this God is. He's a figment of our imagination.
And he never walked on water.
Does not exist at all. Jesus never existed historically.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want to paint him white or black,
Mm-hmm.
he never existed on this planet. I'm talking about the Jesus according to the four Gospels. He never existed historically. He never existed historically. The four Gospels were also invented. The four Gospels were invented by the Romans. Y'all don't want to say the white man created the Christianity, but I'm here to tell you that the ancient Romans did create Christianity as it is today in its original form today.
By the Nicaean Council, right, sister? Wasn't that? Ain't that how you pronounce their name?
I'm sorry, say that again.
The Nicaean Council. It was called the
Nicene Council.
Yes,
Nicene Council. Yeah. Christianity was invented way before the Nicene Council, but you know, it was invented in the 1st century by the Romans. Okay, by the Romans. Okay, and that's why, you know. Also, I got something else to say. You know, I didn't even finish saying what I had to say. I have several main reasons why I don't believe in God. First, there is too much suffering in the world. Too many children are suffering. Too many children are suffering. Too many children are going missing, sold into pedophile rings, sold for their organs, sacrificed by satanic groups. Too much sickness and disease in the world. This present world is an inversion of the natural order. There is nothing natural about the way we live today at all. This present world is an inversion of the natural order. This is not a Christian nation. We live under a system of racism and white supremacy. I don't believe in this God that everybody keeps saying is real. We live in a system of racism and white supremacy. I don't care what you say. We live in a system of racism and white supremacy. I cannot repeat it enough. Number 2, I prayed many times, and none of my prayers ever got answered. I had to make things happen on my own. I had to get money and help earlier this year from family members and friends, including my former pastor. Number 3, God is a figment of our imagination. Let me repeat that. God is a figment of our imagination. This nation subscribes to the God of the Bible, but the God of the Bible is based on an earlier myth out of ancient Samaria. Okay? This God is not what you think he or it is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This God is not a good God. I hear many people saying God is good all the time. This God is not good. This God is not. He's an evil motherfucker. Okay? And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it alone at that.
Hey, sister, I got this one question, sister. You said that the Romans invented Christianity before the Nicene Council?
Before the Nicene Council. The Nicene Council was in 325 AD. We're talking about 1st century AD.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. The Romans invented Christianity in the 1st century AD.
So that was the Nicene Council.
Because it started with, first of all, they invented this character named Jesus. That's number 1. You know, in the book of Mark, it was written sometime around, the second version of Mark, not the first version of Mark. There are 2 versions of Mark. The second version of Mark was written sometime around 75 AD. That's in the 1st century AD, okay? The second version of the book of Mark, that was the first gospel. In fact, see, they got it in the King James Bible, like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But Mark was the first book. The second version of Mark. There were 2 versions. The first version of Mark was called Marcus. The first version of Mark was called Marcus. The second version was written sometime around 75 AD. Matthew was written sometime around between 90 and 95 AD. Okay, and Luke followed after that, and John followed Luke.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So the first century was before all that. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? But like, how can I explain this better? There was a Roman imperial family named Vespasian Titus. Yeah, Vespasian. He was the emperor of Rome, and then his son Titus followed after him. That family wrote the four Gospels. It was that family that invented the Jesus character in the four Gospels. They invented all the characters, okay, like the Josephs, like Marys, all the Josephs. They invented all of those characters. And then they added peripheral historical figures in order to substantiate their claims. That's what they did. Does that make sense? They added peripheral historical figures like Caesar Augustus. Okay? In order to substantiate their claim about this man called Jesus.
Right.
That's what they did. Okay? But this man called Jesus, or Yeshua, or Yeshua, or whatever, he never existed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He never walked the earth. Paint him white, paint him black.
Yeah.
He never walked the earth.
Right.
He never existed historically. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's all a lie. They invented all the Josephs, all the Marys, and then they added these peripheral historical figures like Caesar Augustus, like Titus. Not Titus, I'm sorry, Tiberius. I meant Tiberius Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about, Tiberius. They added Tiberius Caesar, Augustus Caesar, Tiberius Caesar into the Gospels in order to substantiate their claims about this Jesus, that performed miracles and walked on water. And it's all a lie. It's all a lie. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Look it up. Okay? Vespasian, his son Titus, that family, the Flavians. Vespasian Flavius, Titus Flavius. Okay? They invented the four Gospels. They wrote the four Gospels. They invented Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
His mother Mary, Joseph, all of that, all those characters, are not real. That's the best way I can explain it. They're not real. I'm talking about the 12 disciples. All of those characters never existed.
Right.
Historically. There was no Mark, no John, no Luke, no Matthew. That's what I'm trying to tell you people. Nobody named Matthew lived. None of these 12 disciples. They're not real. Just like Jesus is not real. Never existed. I don't know how else to say it.
There's only one way that you can say it. Jesus never.
Exactly.
Jesus
never
existed.
Don't take my word for it. Go look it up in yourself. And then they added, like I said, they added peripheral historical figures into the Gospels, like Augustus Caesar, like Tiberius Caesar.
Tiberius Caesar, huh?
Yeah, Tiberius Caesar was the emperor of Rome, following Augustus.
They
he followed Augustus.
They mixed They put in real events, real people with fiction.
They put in real people. Yeah. They mixed these historical figures in with non-historical figures.
Like they do Spider-Man. Like they do Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is fictional, but he swings around in a real city called New York. He lives in Queens. Whoever the mayor is, they put the same mayor in the comic book with Spider-Man. But Spider-Man does not never exist.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing they did with the Bible. That's how they validated the Bible, and the Quran, because it's all the same stuff.
Yeah.
They mix these fictional persons in with true places and historical figures.
Yeah.
But if you ask, when I was on a job, I asked a couple of students, that's what they were majoring in, was history.
Yeah.
I asked them about Jesus and Moses and all these people. I said, do they teach you about them? They said, hell no. You will only find these people, Moses, Jesus, and even Muhammad, all that. You're only going to find them in these religious books.
Yeah.
They're not part of actual history. Just like I think it was in 1979? I think it was 1979. Jimmy Carter was president. And Jimmy Carter was trying to get some type of peace thing going on with Egypt and Israel. And the president of Israel was speaking with the president of Egypt, Anwar Sadat at the time. They assassinated him. But it was Menachem Begin. That's who the president of Israel was. And he asked Anwar Sadat, isn't it wonderful how we can come together after your people enslaved my people? And Anwar Sadat said, when the hell did that happen? We don't have no record. We don't have no record of that. What you talking about? That is only in that's only in religious texts.
Yeah. I mean, and I for a while I felt like a fool because I used to tell people that Jesus is coming back.
Right.
Jesus is real. For a minute I felt like a damn fool. But I got deceived, like a lot of other folks.
Yes.
This has been taught to me since I was a child. I grew up in a Christian nation, so-called Christian nation, but this is not a Christian nation, okay? It's not a Christian nation. It's not.
Right.
This is an inversion of the natural order. This shit ain't natural, the way we living. This ain't natural at all. Okay? And, I want to tell as many people as I can to get out of organized religion, get out of it sooner rather than later. Don't go so many years like I did. Please don't.
We got my friend.
Don't do it.
We got my Christian friend, Syrian is in the house.
Yeah. Don't go so many years like I did in it.
If y'all go to your YouTube, to my YouTube channel, you can see the chat room.
Yeah.
The video should be live, and you can see it. We got a few
pictures on Syrian.
Yeah.
No, the Emperor Nero was killing black folk. You know what? Let me stop. But like I said, the Romans invented Christianity.
And that's what got this world messed up.
I said the Romans invented Christianity in the 1st century.
Right.
But no, Nero was killing black folk.
Melanated people.
Okay? Nero was killing black folk. Even the Gospel of Mark The second version was written around 75 AD. Yes, it was. See, they that family, that Flavian family, the Flavian family, the Flavian dynasty, they did invent Jesus. They invented him now in the 1st century. They invented him along with Christianity in the 1st century. The Emperor Nero was killing black folk. He was killing, those were black folk he was killing, okay, from that land over there, from Canaan land. What used to be called Canaan land, okay, or, Palestine or Palestina or Judea by the Romans. Yeah, he was killing black folk.
You understand that, Syrian?
He was killing black folks, yeah. But the Romans did invent Christianity, though, in the 1st century. They did that, yeah. Like I said, let me run it down again. The second version of the Gospel of Mark was written around 75 AD. Matthew was written between 90 and 95 AD. Luke followed Matthew, and John followed after that. Okay? Now, in your King James Bible, they got Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. That's what they got in your King James Bible. So, go to my website, ancientcreationmyths with an S on the end.com. Please go there. ancientcreationmyths.com. Go there. Go there.
I can't do it from my phone. You can put that in the chat room, sister.
Yeah, I'm putting it in there now.
Okay, all right.
All I can say is go there. That's all I can say. Whew. Lord have mercy. Is it in there? Is it in there? Like I said, honey, you most Christians, you can't tell them nothing. They know every goddamn thing. And because I was the same way. That's what I know. I was the same way. Nobody could tell me nothing either. I was a Christian.
I bear witness.
Nobody could tell me nothing. I thought I knew it all. And it turns out I didn't know shit. And that's the truth. It turns out I didn't really know shit. I thought I knew it all
too. I would bear witness.
Yeah. Nobody can nobody tell most Christians that they know every goddamn thing. They know more than God himself, most Christians.
Yeah.
You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. Now, God is a figment of our imagination, okay?
Well, actually,
I'm being sarcastic when I say some of these folks know more than God. No, I'm being sarcastic. God is a figment of our imagination.
Well,
actually,
God is not a figment of our imagination. We were sold the figment of somebody else's imagination.
Oh yeah, we were sold the figment of somebody else's imagination.
Somebody else's imagination. Don't have nothing to do with us.
There's no website in the room, showing in the room.
I haven't seen it yet. It should.
Because I don't see it. It keep disappearing.
I don't see it yet.
It keep disappearing. Yeah, it keep disappearing. So what I'm gonna do?
That's God messing with you.
Yeah, hold on. .com. Everybody go to ancientcreationmyths.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it all together. Because, every time I type in www.ancientcreationmyths.com all together, it disappears out of the chat room. So
just put
it in another way, okay?
Just put ancient creation myths. .com. Don't put .com.
Okay, just put ancient creation myths. Okay, I got you.
And then put .com because YouTube don't like promoting stuff.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Ancientcreationmyths.com. I got you.
Yeah, don't put the .com. Just put ancientcreationmyths.com, and let the people figure it.
Well, I I'll spell it out. DOT and then COM.
Yeah.
Then, oh no, see, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because
I see what you're saying. It disappeared again. Hold on.
Yeah, see.
Hold on.
Because they don't YouTube unless it's YouTube.
I just put it in there.
See,
like
there you
ancient
go.
creation myths.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and type, but they're gonna have to type my name in behind it in order for it to come up at the top. They're gonna have to type my name in as well as the ancient creation myths. They gotta type my name in, my whole name in, as well as ancient creation myths.
Okay.
So type my whole name in and ancient creation myths, okay?
Now, when it comes to the technical side of this thing here, and our sister Noah is very awakened now. She's on the money. Y'all don't want to. They don't want to mess with sister. She's just technical because now see, from what I do, I just tell you, God don't exist. Sister Noble goes, breaks this stuff down, all the way down to the nitty gritty. And, hey, Syrian says credible historians can refute everything you're saying. This is not accepted history.
Are you serious?
No, Sarah, you need to go and do your research.
Yeah.
Because, baby, you are way off. You need to go do your research.
If a historian said that Jesus existed, that historian ain't credible anyway.
Which one? Who are we talking about? Which one? Who are we talking about? I know you're not talking about Bart Ehrman. I hope he ain't talking about Bart Ehrman. Baby.
No, there's no...
Oh, baby. Bart Ehrman does not believe in the Jesus according to the four Gospels, honey. He don't even believe in that Jesus according to the four Gospels. Everybody knows, basically, that the Jesus according to the four Gospels is a myth. That Jesus according to the four Gospels never existed historically. Bob Ehrman is saying that someone existed, but not that character according to the four Gospels.
Yeah.
There was no man that ever walked on water. Think about it, honey. Think about it. What man do you know has ever walked on water? You don't know that. Were you there? Were you there in the first century? No. Nobody has ever walked on water. Nobody. He never existed. That's what I'm trying to tell you, honey. He never existed historically.
Mm-hmm.
Your Jesus was never black. He was never white. He was never Jew. He never existed. Come on now. Think. Think for yourself. Well, I wish I had thought for myself early in life.
I know that's right.
Oh my, I wish I had thought for myself earlier in my life. I never would have wasted so many years in Christianity.
Yeah.
If I had just been more of a thinking person earlier in life.
Yeah.
I know you want to believe in this fantasy that some God is going to come down and rescue you. Nobody is coming to rescue us.
No.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody. I know you want to feel important.
Mm-hmm.
You want to feel like you're special. Okay? You don't have much in life. I don't have much in life. I wanted to feel like I was special, like I was special to God.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to feel like Jesus was going to come and rescue me one day. I wanted to believe it. I wanted to believe that very badly. That Jesus died for me and he was going to come back and rescue me one day and take me out of this world. This inversion of the natural order. This shit ain't normal.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to believe that that Jesus was coming back to rescue me.
Wow.
But I know now that Jesus never existed. I know this now.
Not believe, you know.
I know it. I mean, I just want to wake as many people up as I possibly can. I just really want to wake you up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you wasting another moment in Christianity.
Or any religion.
Any religion, exactly. I don't want you wasting another moment in religion, in spirituality, all that nonsense. It ain't going to get us nowhere.
Right.
It's not going to liberate us out of the system of racism and white supremacy. It's not going to liberate us out of the system of racism and white supremacy. It's just going to make you feel good. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's just going to give you false hope in something that's not real.
Yeah.
That's
all it's doing. It's giving you false hope in something that's not real.
Keeping us in slavery.
That shit ain't real. And I just want to wake y'all up. That's why I'm on the phone screaming. I'm basically trying to wake y'all motherfuckers up. I don't want y'all to waste no more time. Don't waste no more time like I did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, I wasted too much time in that shit.
Yeah.
I wasted too much time living in fear. Living in fear of hell. Living in fear of the devil. By the way, that motherfucker don't exist either.
Right.
Oh my God! You know, y'all wake up, please.
Taalik, you said you had to find out the hard way that motherfucker he ain't exist.
Don't waste another time believing it. Don't waste another moment of your time believing in it. Don't waste your time because it's not real.
G513 said
it's not real.
G513 said they wasted a lot of time in Christianity too.
Who did?
G513.
I'm glad she got the hell on out of there, I'll tell you. Please.
I spent my late teens and early 20s trying to become a Christian.
Oh my God, stay out of it.
Yeah.
Don't go back like I did, baby. Don't do it. Don't do it. I wasn't strong enough. I went back into Christianity and wasted 3 more years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of y'all don't realize I was an atheist. I turned atheist back in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of y'all don't realize that. Taalik ain't had nothing to do with that.
Nope.
I turned atheist in 2011. Stayed out of Christianity until 2015, and then I read a book. And then the book, because I was scared maybe there's a hell, maybe there's a hell. So I was scared, fear took me right back into Christianity.
Mm.
Fear of hell, fear of hell, fearing. Always fearing. Walking through life, fearing. That's been my life, fearing. Because Christianity is a fear-based consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to wake up. Don't waste another moment of your time in organized religion, spirituality, all that nonsense, because it ain't doing you no good. It ain't doing you no good. Jesus, you looking for Jesus to come back. Jesus is not coming back. He ain't coming back because he never existed. He was invented. He was invented.
Mm-hmm.
Please go to my website, ancientcreationmyths.com. Okay?
And when y'all start checking in even more deeper, you will realize that Abraham was invented. Muhammad was invented.
Exactly.
Job was invented.
Moses,
Joshua. You know, I mean, and the list could go on.
Moses never existed.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, God.
Moses, David never existed.
None of them. Moses, David, Solomon, none of them existed.
Yeah.
None of them.
And just think about it.
The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is not real. Not all of that was invented.
When you look
Even
at
the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, all of that was invented.
Yeah.
right. Solomon flying on the carpet was invented.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There ain't no man never walked on water, y'all. Wake up. Wake up. Please. You know, I mean, I done went on a rant because I just don't want y'all to be in religion. I don't want y'all to waste no more time in religion.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, you're looking for a savior. You're looking for somebody to come and rescue you. Now, you got to rescue yourself. It's time. We got to rescue ourselves.
Right.
We got to rescue ourselves. Okay?
And from an ex-Muslim standpoint, Muhammad did not fly from Mecca to Medina on no damn camel either.
Oh, my God. They wrote that? Somebody wrote that?
Yeah. And it wasn't even in the Quran. It was in the Hadith. A secondary book to the Quran.
Right.
Which is called Man-Made Opinions.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
See, I did not know that.
Yeah. So he got on the camel and flew from Mecca to
Jesus
Medina.
turned water into wine. They said Jesus turned water into wine. They got that from the god Bacchus. That's what he did. The Greek god Bacchus. He also performed miracles, turning water into wine. They got that from the god of Bacchus. Bacchus, I meant to say. I'm going to spell it, okay? Baccus. Look it up.
Man.
Look it up. Baccus. They got that from the god Bacchus. He did perform miracles, turning water into wine too. See? I just want y'all to wake up. I really do. I really do. Please don't waste no more time in religion. Whew.
Y'all just don't know. Y'all leave that religion crap alone. You know how many churches around America and the world y'all was shut out of business overnight? And all that 501k money they be getting? Yeah, you know how much you would shut that down? Y'all better wake up.
Wake up, I know. You talking about talking like this makes me feel good. Honey, it ain't about making me feel good. I'm trying to get you to wake up from your delusions. I'm trying to get you to wake up from your delusions. You looking for something that ain't real.
Yeah.
I know you want to feel like God is gonna come and rescue you. I know. I had that same feeling too. For many years, I had the same feeling. Jesus is coming back, and he's gonna snatch away all the saints of God from the face of the earth. Oh yeah, I've been taught all of it for so many years. And we just gonna all fly away to be with the Lord. Oh yeah. I was taught all of it. And Jesus never even existed.
Hey, sister No.
Yes.
Tell them about how, when you was believing that, the Christianity thing, how you was how you was explaining to me. You remember about the little girl said she's a little angel and she came here, remember?
Oh yeah. I was telling Taalik one time I saw a video on YouTube about this little girl who said she remembered her life in heaven. And she describes heaven as being in the clouds. That's what she said. She describes heaven as being in the clouds. It was in the clouds. That's what she said. I do remember that specifically. And she said that there were donut shops in heaven and the buildings are transparent. She said that there were donut shops in heaven and the buildings are transparent. All the buildings are transparent. And she said she remembered how she was a soul in heaven. That's what she said. She said she remembered how she was a soul in heaven. Now, why the hell would you come here if you was already in heaven?
Right.
That's a question. Why the hell would you come here if you was already in heaven? Why would you want to come here? And then she was saying that she missed her home in heaven. She don't like it here. She don't like it here. Why the hell are you here?
Right.
If he was already in heaven, if he was somewhere else, why you here?
And
see, the whole story don't make no damn sense.
And
that whole story does not make no sense.
And what do you need donut shops in heaven for?
Why do you need? Look, I heard another story that's even more strange. Somebody said that somebody died and went to heaven and told her, came back and told her that there were roller coasters in heaven. Okay? That's another story I heard. A woman said that the lady that died said that there are roller coasters in heaven. Roller coasters. Also, let me go back to the little girl. The little girl said they had all kinds of toys to play with. Why the hell would you get toys in heaven?
Right.
You know what? This is a subject matter that really gets, it just really, it makes me very passionate. I just say it like that. It makes me very passionate.
You know, people say that, like I was asking this guy when I was locked up, his grandmother had just died, and he said he saw his grandmother came to his room last night. And I asked him, what was she wearing? He said she was wearing her favorite, house shoes and robe and whatever. And I asked him, what do a spirit need house shoes and a robe for? Spirits don't need clothes. What is that? A spiritual Walmart or something in the sky? Spirits, matter of fact, when you die and you're supposed to be a soul, you're no longer male or female. You don't have no use for gender no more. That was something that you needed on the earth. You're no longer male or female. Matter of fact, you've come into a form that we've never even seen before. But see, the brain can make up anything that you want. That man wanted to see his grandmother, and the brain gave him a vision. And he saw his grandmother as he remembered her. He's not going to be able to see her outside of no soul or whatever. But I would tell you what really broke me. And the first thing they'll tell you also is, you never really believe. You really wasn't sincere. Take your happy ass, I'll kick you in your ass. No, because that's very insulting to a person. Don't you tell me I wasn't sincere. I didn't know what I was doing and all this old bull crap. You don't know nothing about me. I've never told nobody, I've never questioned nobody's sincerity about nothing. It's not for me to do that. If anything, that's between me and God. Since God don't exist, I don't have to worry about it. I was raised in the Baptist church in Mississippi, was converted to Islam, joined Minister Farrakhan in 1981, under the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, and I was a good Muslim. I was a good Christian, unlike some of y'all suckers, because y'all supposed to be a good Christian, and you run around here, you fornicate, you commit adultery, y'all drink, you cuss, you do every damn thing in the world that you want to do. I didn't do those things. I did exactly what that religion, whatever it was meant to be a Christian, I was living that life. Whatever it was to be a Muslim, I was living that life. They did not throw me out of the temple. There was no reason to throw me out the temple unless they wanted to get me on subordination because I questioned some idiot activity that I didn't like, I wasn't going to do. Simple as that. Matter of fact, when you join the Nation of Islam, they put your name in what they call the Book of Life. And I wrote Chicago, and I told them, I don't believe in that stuff no more. Take my name out of the Book of Life. They said no. They refused to do it. Once you go into the Book of Life, so I guess Malcolm X would still be in the Book of Life. And they hate his guts. So anyway, during my time in the Nation of Islam, I was talking with a brother. He's into martial arts. And my first introduction to this thing called atheism was I was reading the biography of Bruce Lee, and somebody asked Bruce Lee in an interview, "Do you believe in God?" And Bruce Lee said, "When God come and do all these push-ups and running, I give God that credit." That was the first time I ever heard anybody talk like that, because in religion and Christianity, everything that happens, everything that you do goes to God. You don't get a credit for nothing. I think, damn, God don't want you to have nothing. God just take everything away from you. You don't have the right to, you don't have no kind of praise at all. That's not natural. There's nothing wrong with somebody, if I went to Sister Nova and said, "Wow, your writings is wonderful. I really love that." Give her the praise. No, can't give her the praise. Who the God you believe in, sister, so I can get your God to praise? You don't get any praise. What kind of God? That type of God, how selfish can you be? You don't want the people to have nothing. Give it all to me. And then they say God gave you that talent, but God don't want to give you the credit for the talent. So I'm questioning the mindset of this God. See, I started questioning this God. I remember one of the things that started making me question this God when Minister Farrakhan said that we are like a 0 and God is like a 1. Until we get with God, God makes us a 10, because God is the one standing in front of us. We're 0, now we're 10, because God gave us value. But if God leaves, we go back down to 0. I was saying to myself, I'd be damned if that's so. The hell with you. God don't give me no damn value. I have value with or without this damn God. I started having a problem right there. But, I stay calm and collect. I'm still going to keep believing this thing because that's all I know. And I remember one time in the street, I was selling Fighter Call newspapers, and this brother was an atheist. And he was hitting me with some hard questions I was having a hard time answering. He didn't know he had me on the ropes. You ain't supposed to let people know that they got you on the ropes. He was really hitting me with some hard questions, and those questions I never forgot, because they was valid. They were some good questions. He had me going. And this is the thing about this atheist thing. I am not an atheist. Atheist is a word that comes from people that really come from out of religion to make mockery and to degrade those who reject religious teachings. That's where it comes from. It comes from out of religion. Matter of fact, in the United States, atheism is considered a religion. And the thing about atheism is, in order to be an atheist, you have to acknowledge the God. You just don't believe in the God. but you acknowledge God. I don't acknowledge God at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I never met this God. I don't know what you're talking about. Never seen it. Now, when you show clear, convincing, and overwhelming evidence that this God exists, which you will never be able to do, or I meet this God in person, then I will acknowledge God and will tell you my experience. Say, hey, y'all, I met God, and y'all was right. He's a sucker. But until then, I'm not an atheist. I don't believe or disbelieve in God because I never met the cat. Don't know nothing about him. So I'm not an atheist. Well, you are atheist. Then I will call you out of your name. You call me an atheist, I will call you out your name. Start with the B word.
So we can get technical. Huh?
Yeah. If I'm an atheist, you the B word. And some other 4-letter words we can add. I told you. Hey, see, that's another thing. People gonna try to tell you who you are. I told you I'm not an atheist. Well, you don't believe in God. I said I don't acknowledge God, you idiot. When I meet the God, I will tell you whether about. See, if I meet God, I don't even have to believe in it. I actually met this God. So there's no need to believe. I actually met this God. I know this God. Whether this God is a good thing or a bad thing, I met him. I met whatever the hell it is. But that would never happen. That would never happen because God don't exist. But the main thing that got me is my little trip that I took to the crazy house. And I went into the crazy house. I was a Muslim follower of Elijah Muhammad. I did not care much for Farrakhan, but I still believed in those teachings. And so I know I was railroaded in that place. And I know things take time. So I said, Allah, I know that things take time. So 1 year passed by, 2 years passed by. On the 3rd year, I'm like, okay, Allah, Master Farah Muhammad, your believer here, suffering a little bit, I'm ready to go. Then the 4th year, then the 5th year, I'm like, something is wrong here. I'm really praying, and this God is nothing happening. Matter of fact, it actually has gotten worse. Matter of fact, these demons was using my belief in God to make me look as crazy as possible. Because I'm running around telling them God gonna punish them in the wrath of God, and of course y'all racist and blah blah blah. They're like, this dude is really this dude is really nuts. He making himself look exactly the way we paint him. So I was so desperate, it got to the point I turned to Jesus. I turned to Jesus and I prayed to any God that would get me the hell out of there. Guess what? Nothing was happening. I even got so desperate, I turned to the devil. I said, Satan, devil, Lucifer, whatever you want to call yourself, you can have my soul. Get me the hell out of here. I'll be the best Satanist that have ever existed. And what got me was the devil never showed up either. That's when I realized I've been lied to. Islam is a lie. Christianity is a lie. All this stuff is a lie. And then I heard Pastor Ray Hagan say on a radio broadcast, he said that Jesus never historically existed. And when Pastor Hagan said that, I said, that's it. I'm done for real. Because if Jesus didn't historically exist, that means the Quran is bull doo-doo. That means the Bible is bull doo-doo. And anything connected with Jesus is bull doo-doo. Matter of fact, since people lied to me like that, let me examine all this black conscious garbage I've been taught. And then I start re-examining all this pro-black, blackity-black stuff that I was taught. And I'm like, it's all a lie. The pro-black stuff is a lie. This Afrocentric stuff is a lie. Jesus is a lie. Muhammad is a lie. I'm like, damn, I've been bamboozled. I've been tricked. The only reason why I got out of my situation is because I turned to myself. I began to rely on the brain and the talents that I had. My strongest points that I ever had was reading and writing. And that's what you need. You need to be able to read and comprehend what you read when you're dealing with the law. So that was a good strong point for me. And once I got the right information, I was out of there. Had nothing to do with no damn God. God ain't gonna get a credit for a damn thing here. All the suffering and work that I had to do. And then when you look, I was taught about this mother plane. There is no mother plane. There is no tribe of Shabazz. One of the reasons why I believed in the teachings of Elijah Muhammad so much was because Mr. Farrakhan was talking about how intelligent, how smart we would be if we got away from the white man and we'll do this and do that. It's been 40 years since he's been working, 80 years since the Nation of Islam been existing, ain't a damn thing changed. I am so happy to be liberated. Y'all just don't know. And you can't.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You can't even describe to people how it is to have a liberated mind. You're not enslaved to no kind of thought. No kind of thought. But see, the thing about me also, I have always been a self-thinker. Always, ever since I was a child, I always asked questions ever since I was a child. So that helped me a lot anyway. But I just didn't know. See, we didn't know. Sister Noah, you didn't know.
Nope.
Brother Talib, you did not know. I didn't know. It took years. It took certain circumstances and things to show us the way. So we are ambassadors of reality. We are the ambassadors of real truth. We are the ambassadors of the real deal, of a truly liberated mind. And those who are still slaves don't understand. Just like the slaves didn't understand the slave that wanted to run away from the plantation. They couldn't understand that type of mind. What you mean go where? Just like they ask us, what you mean don't believe in no God? Black people always been spiritual. Black folks always.
The Africans that sold them Africans in slavery, was they spiritual?
Yeah, they were spiritual too.
Right.
And they were spiritual another way too. SPEAR, spiritual. Use their damn spirit to capture your ass and give you to the cracker.
Exactly.
Yeah, they was real spiritual. We have been taught lies. That's the bottom line. And I try to be, back in the past, I try to be nice because I want to try to unite with brothers and sisters. Everybody respect each other's beliefs and all like that. But see, these Negroes don't want unification anyway. So the hell with them. Screw your damn religion. Screw your damn spirituality. Y'all can kick rocks. Y'all can kick rocks. I don't give a damn about it no more. These Negroes do not want no damn unification. They want you to kiss their ass. Ain't no booty gonna get on these lips. It ain't happening. It's not gonna happen. I don't want your damn friendship because you don't want the truth. You're a liar. And I don't want your friendship because you're a liar. That means you're a murderer. Because that's what these lies and misinformation and these things have caused all over the earth. Murder and rape and endless war. Syrian is going to come here and tell us about how good religion is. Religion is the number one reason of why there's war, never-ending wars. Why people fall out with their families over religion. Oh, you don't believe in Jesus? You can't live in my house. Oh, you don't believe in Mr. Farrakhan? Oh well, I can't help you. How divisive it is. You should be shaming yourself telling these children these lies. Before a child can come out the womb good, there you are, Jesus, Muhammad. Child don't even get a chance to think. You done brainwashed them already. You should be charged with child neglect, child abuse. So I'm going to talk against it. And that spirituality ain't no potato, tomato, tomato. It's the same stuff. Y'all all spooky in your spirituality. Some of y'all see little demons running around and all this kind of stuff. It's the same crap. Spirituality. There's only one spirituality that y'all Negroes really know about. Another name for spirit is liquor. When you go down to the liquor store and get your spirit. That's the only real spirituality that y'all know. Getting drunk and getting high. That's the only spirituality that you really know. All that other stuff don't mean nothing. It is wonderful to have a liberated mind. You're not a slave to nothing, not to no Bible. So you're not gonna hear me. Oh, the Quran said this and the Bible said this, or Minister Mudflap said this. I got my own mind. I don't need to be talking about what.
I am free.
Yeah, I'm free. Syrian said, "Happy people don't talk." I'm not happy. How the hell you gonna be happy in racism, white supremacy? That's your problem.
In a system of racism, have you heard a goddamn thing we said tonight? Syrian, have you heard anything we said tonight?
See that what happens when your mind is engulfed in that religion. It keeps you in fairy tale land. Tell me we supposed to be happy. I'm not supposed to be happy.
Happy? Have you lost your goddamn mind, Syrian?
We supposed to be happy, Syrian. Happy?
Syrian. You know what? You're living in a system of racism and white supremacy, Syrian. This is an inversion of the natural order, Syrian.
Syrian said we supposed to be happy.
Syrian, wake up, Syrian.
I think Syrian lives. I think Syrian is one of those island person. I think from Haiti or Jamaica somewhere.
Oh, no wonder.
I don't think Syrian lives in the United States.
So he can't really identify with us. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Syrian. I'm sorry. You can't identify with us over here.
Still brainwashed by Christianity, though.
Yeah, I'm still brainwashed by Christianity.
And they're not living good in them islands either, so.
Exactly, because they living under a system of racism and white supremacy also. So, okay.
Syrian says leaving God seems to be working for you. I should have never been introduced to God.
It sure is. You're right. It is.
I should never.
Leaving spiritual enslavement is working for me. Yes, leaving spiritual enslavement is working for me.
We should have never been introduced to God, this God thing to begin with.
Exactly.
It was forced on us. So I should be happy to get away from it. It was forced on me to begin with. I was not introduced.
Leaving Christianity, leaving spiritual enslavement is working for me. Yes, it is. I don't want to be a slave to no religion.
I'm not going to be no slave to no damn God either.
Exactly.
Leave me the hell alone. Go to Mars some damn where and get you a slave.
Yeah.
And that's all these folks think about. They want to control, tell you what to do and control you and all this other crazy stuff. Syrian says, what next?
And, I mean, okay, and what's your point? What's your point?
Now, for those who just got to have a belief in God, I have no problem with that. My problem is when you try to force that stuff on me. Now, I told you, I'm not interested. Go on about your business. Keep it to yourself. But you have a lot of these folks out here, they gonna steady try to force their belief stuff on people. That's my problem. I do not try to force nothing that I have coming from the... I don't get mad at Syrian because Syrian believes in Jesus. I have never got on Syrian's case talking about, oh, you a fool, you an idiot for not, believing it. No, that's your thing. And so respect me too. Don't come bringing me that God stuff. My point is, what next? What next without God? Let me tell you something, Syrian. And I challenge all religious folks. Syrian, I challenge you and all religious people. Live your life and don't mention God or do nothing for a whole month. I can guarantee you, you will see no change in your life. It would be just the same. Whether you...
Hey, check this out. When our ancestors was in slavery on the plantation for 300 years, didn't they call Jesus for 300 years?
Sure did.
Where was God? See what I'm saying? Where was God then?
Yeah.
Right. When they was tying black women to horses and pulling their body apart. Where was God then when he was tying black women to horses and then making the horses run and pull their body apart? Where was God then? Where was God when they was beating collars to alligators? Where was God? When they was hanging black folks on trees, where was God then?
Right.
Right.
While they sacrificing babies and children, where is God? I'm talking about right now, as we speak.
Yeah.
While some child getting raped, children being sold into sex slavery, where you God at? Where you God, Syrian?
Yeah.
Where's God?
When those Europeans went to...
right now, somebody's child getting raped, Syrian. Somebody's child being murdered, Syrian. Somebody's child being sacrificed, Syrian. Where's God? Where you got it?
People said these people act as if they make the rules for God. God does not
Where
jump.
you got? No, Syrian, no. You talking big old God, talking about, God this and God that, where he got so much power. Where you got it, Syrian? We got so much power.
Yeah.
We got so much what? She said he
got so much power. Where you got it, Syrian?
Yeah.
You say he's all knowing, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what you said. He said he's what? Y'all said he all knowing and all seeing? Well, he's seeing these little children get raped and murdered and sacrificed, and he just sitting there looking at that shit and ain't doing nothing about it. Where you got it, Syrian? Where you got it?
It's gonna be a class.
Okay. I got a problem, Syrian. I got a problem with your ideology. You keep talking about God is all-knowing, God is powerful. God doing something for you. What makes you so goddamn special, Syrian? What makes you so special? What about them goddamn children that's being murdered tonight? What about them?
Right.
Hey, Taalik, dang, you more easy on it than the sister is.
I just think I can't. I ain't got the patience for this shit tonight. I ain't got the patience. So you mean to tell me, Syrian? You mean to tell me your God is sitting back watching all this shit take place?
Yeah.
Getting their ass whipped.
Yeah.
Getting their ass lynched. Burned up. Body parts being chopped off.
Mm-hmm.
And did nothing about it.
Did nothing.
Nothing. Children right now going missing.
What is God
All
doing
around
about the
you,
mass
Syrian.
incarceration of black people in this country?
Yes. Children going missing all around you, Syrian. I'm talking about all around you, Syrian. Children are going missing. They don't say they're not. It's a goddamn lie. Children go missing where you at every day. Stop lying, okay? Children being sold into sex labor every day.
Yeah.
I'm talking about children, Syrian. Talking about children. 5, 6, 7, children. See, I was molested at the age of 5, Syrian. Okay? Syrian. God didn't stop that man from putting his cock in my mouth. Syrian. Yeah, I'm keeping it real tonight, Syrian.
God damn.
Oh, yeah, I was molested, made to suck a dick when I was 5 years old, Syrian. Okay? God didn't stop that. I got lucky because my mama put me in kindergarten, Syrian. Syrian, children going missing all around you. Your God ain't doing shit about it. So don't come here talking to us about God, what God doing for you. What makes you so goddamn special?
Because you damn sure ain't doing nothing for the majority of us.
Exactly. Exactly.
Why is it, hold on. In the richest country in the world called the United States, why is it more homeless people than anywhere else on the planet Earth? Why is it more people locked, incarcerated in the United States than any other country in the world? What is God doing about stopping that? Hold on. I'm talking to the people in the comment section.
Oh, okay.
And I get an answer. I don't hear you.
Syrian, can you answer that question? Syrian, can you answer the question?
No.
Syrian, help me to understand why God let these children get raped and murdered. Help me to understand that, Syrian. Can you help me to understand that?
Talk to this Peebo Johnson person.
Okay. You know what? God has his plans. You don't make the plans. This is God's plan. Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Oh my goodness. You need
So you mean tell me it was God's plan for humanity to come on earth to suffer? That's what you saying? Whoever that cat is in the comment section saying that silly stuff.
To suffer. It's God's plan for that man to put a dick in my mouth. Make me suck his dick. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Y'all making me go in tonight. Y'all making me go in.
Hey, I don't cuss, but I'm trying not to cuss videos, but I'm almost about to lose my principles. Man, these niggas are lost their mind for real.
Children to get raped and murdered? That's God's plan? So babies to end up being sacrificed on sacrificial altars? That's God's plan too? People? Are you serious?
Well, we gotta try to watch what we say because YouTube flagged the video now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry.
But we can still keep it straight to the point, though.
Right.
I mean, we gonna put some restrictions on our language, but we can still keep it straight to the point, you know, because these Negroes need to hear the homegrown truth.
Trials and tribulations. They're talking about some trials and tribulations.
Trials
So
and
what
tribulations.
if it was your child, people? Did you have children? What if it's your child that ended up missing and murdered? People. If somebody kidnapped your child, if you had one.
Damn, he ain't responding to that.
What would you do then? People. Because that's what's going on, people.
That's God's plans.
That's God's plan.
That's God's plan. If somebody raped people's child, that's God's plan. Don't worry about it.
That's God's plan.
Yeah.
If somebody kidnap your child and sell your child for sex, ooh, okay. So that's God's plan, right, people? It was God's plan for that man to put it, in my mouth. That was God's plan. Really, people?
Yeah.
People said we trying to.
Like I said, I got lucky because my mama put me in kindergarten.
People said that we're trying to set the rules. No, people.
We're trying to set the rules.
Yeah.
What rules? We live in an inversion of the natural order, people.
Hey, what's up there, Brother Gary?
Inversion of the natural order. Lord have mercy. God got me saying, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. They need a replenishing. Maybe extermination is the best answer for these Negroes.
Yeah.
For real. I used to hear that crap all the time in religion in the pro-black conscious community. Well, brother, it's just trials and tribulations. Just like these people on the comment sections, the same thing they spitting out. Trials and tribulations. Them suckers in the black conscious community and religion used to always say the same thing.
Yeah.
It was God's plan. It's a part of prophecy.
Yeah.
Well, shit, it's been 400 years. Matter of fact, 2019 is supposed to be our 400-year anniversary as slaves in this country. And it still ain't ended.
Yeah.
They say we supposed to get made an exodus.
Yeah.
Leaving this place with substance.
Wow.
Supposed to leave with substance, huh?
Hey.
Hey.
What you say, brother, with substance?
With substance. Does that include an EBT card?
Would you say that again, brother?
I said leave it. I said we supposed to leave America with substance. Do that include an EBT card?
Right, exactly. Say EBT card.
A WIC voucher.
A WIC voucher.
That's how most of us living.
Right.
Well, I ain't got no EBT. I used to get EBT money. But,
I ain't gonna lie. I'll take an EBT card.
Yeah. I can stay here in America and keep living like that. Shit. I ain't got to go nowhere else. Live like that. If that's called substance, right?
oh my God.
Man.
Ooh, child. People.
Religion and spirituality distorts your thinking. These folks don't think clear.
Yeah, that's all.
They live in another world. They live in fantasy world somewhere.
Fantasy world.
But don't worry about it. All that fantasy world get broke up. When they said when the doctor take that pulse and say he declare you dead. That's the end of that fantasy world. Now you've been brought back to reality.
Right.
That's gonna bring you back to reality. All that don't mean nothing no more.
Wait a minute, hold on. You say if this dollar crash and what did you say something like or if they decide to put our happy ass back in real chattel slavery like our ancestors knew it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like reality.
Yeah.
Oh, but that can't happen to us. That can't happen to the modern day black man and woman in America. Well, keep believing that. As they say, believe a lie.
Anything is possible. Anything can happen.
Exactly. Oh, black people are too intelligent today to let that happen.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, keep believing that.
Yeah.
Believe in the lie.
Yeah.
Believe a lie. Man, please.
I tell you.
Miss me with that.
I can't do it.
You know, I mean, I just, you know, I remember I used to go to church and listen to, you know, sermons where the preacher was always talking about God is going to heal you and God going to bless you.
Yeah.
God going to deliver you.
Why you looking up them sister skirts, huh?
No. Actually, the pastor is a female.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but older woman, you know, she's in her 70s.
Right.
But I used to always, you know, I used to listen to, you know, and I believed it because that's what I was taught.
Right.
That's what I was taught. But I mean, I got to looking at things realistically. Earlier this year, I just got to looking at things realistically, and I'm like, I'm coming to church, and I know I ain't done nothing to deserve all of the stuff I've been going through, and I'm coming to church, and I'm just coming on Friday night, listening to, you know, God is coming back, and, you know, these are the last days, and these are perilous times, and these are dangerous times, and
Yeah, I know.
Jesus is going to come back, and, you know, he's going to snatch away the saints from the face of the earth, and there's going to be a great tribulation period on the earth, and the Antichrist is going to rule. And my ass sitting up there, and I'm sitting there listening to this shit.
They been ruling, right?
And I'm sitting up here listening to this shit, believing it. That's what I was told. Basically, that's what I was told. You know, and then, you know, I know now that Jesus never existed historically, but see, at the time, I didn't know that. At the time I was listening to all these stories, I didn't know that Jesus never actually existed historically.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I'm just glad I am free from this fear-based consciousness called Christianity.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm free from it. Because it's all fear-based, all of it.
Yeah.
They got you scared of the Antichrist, scared of missing, you know, the second coming of Christ. They got you scared of going to hell. You know, just stuff like that, you know. You're trying to do right, trying to live holy, and you still cussing. See what I'm saying? You're still clowning and shit. This shit ain't working. This ain't working.
Check this out. Listen, I remember this rap group from back in the 80s called Mobb Deep came out with this song called Hell on Earth, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is this: if it's hell on, if it's a hell in heaven after this, then why do it say in the Bible, as it is in heaven, as it is on earth, it is in heaven. Okay? Y'all ain't, those, I'm talking to those out there in social media land, y'all ain't catch that, did y'all? Okay, I'm just saying, so I mean, it's hell on earth. Okay? Fool, it's hell on earth. You got people in sex slavery, being trafficked every day in sex slavery, sitting in prison, especially for stuff that they ain't even do.
Yeah.
Don't belong in there. You got people sitting on death row. That's hell. That's torture. Okay? That's worse than death itself. That's hell. You got people on this planet Earth starving. Starving, literally starving because they can't get to no food or they ain't getting enough food. That's hell. You got people sleeping on the streets homeless.
Yeah.
Cold.
Not worried in the cold. Not worried if they gonna wake up the next day because they sleeping in they uncertain if they sleeping in safety or not, wherever they trying to sleep at.
Yeah.
That's hell. Mm-hmm. So we already witnessing hell. How much more hell do we need to witness after we die?
Right.
I'm just saying.
Huh.
You know, I mean, I sure damn well ain't seen no signs of heaven.
Right.
In this place. For us to even have a real perspective of what heaven look like beyond this point. And of course, I don't think it's one, nor do I even believe that it's one beyond this point. But of course, and the thing about it is that me not believing that it's one beyond this point, I haven't been shown any signs of what heaven looked like on earth. Because I've always seen throughout the history of mankind on earth that you have the have-nots and you have the haves that want to keep it all to themselves. Which is why politics and everything about America itself is messed up right now, as well as the rest of the world. So tell me, where is it a total bliss of heaven? This crap about bliss, living in bliss, which is nothing but heaven. I don't even know if it's a country in the earth that we could go to that you could consider totally heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody talk to me now. I don't hear you.
Answer that question, Syrian.
Syrian too busy.
You know, so I mean, we gotta cut this.
Well, this the thing about belief is, folks are going to believe, and it don't make no difference what we say, no matter how right we are. It don't make no difference. They're just gonna believe. If they're gonna snap out of it, they're gonna have to experience something. They're gonna have to experience something or whatever in order to get out of it. Other than that, matter of fact, some of them actually know that everything that we're saying is right. They're just gonna believe for the hell of it. They're gonna believe it and take it to their grave. They know that what we're saying is right. They know what we're saying makes sense. But my grandma will believe in it, and then maybe something good did happen for them, and they become loyal to it. You know what I'm saying? So they think they owe God something because they feel God done something for them, or some preacher or whatever. So they just remain loyal to him. But see, you don't owe nobody nothing. You owe yourself. You have the right to know the truth, and even in your Bible it says, the truth will make you free. Are you free? No. Because you have no truth.
Because that Bible definitely is not the truth.
It's not the truth. And on that note, what is true is, I hate to get out of here, but I got to get up.
Right.
You know, God ain't gonna pay my bills. You know, so
Exactly. I gotta go pay it myself. Yeah. You gotta take your ass to work.
Yeah.
You shit out of luck if you don't.
Yeah.
Because God ain't gonna pay your bills at all.
I could do an experiment. I said, well, and just quit my job and said, well, God will take care of things. And I'm just gonna give myself to God. I'm gonna take the advice of Syrian and Peebo and say, God gonna handle it. And the next video I make, I'll be on the street begging for like Tariq Nasheed or somebody.
Oh, you hear that, Muslim brothers? God will reward you. Allah will reward you if you stop working.
Right. Yeah, stop working. Well, you know, Elijah Muhammad don't teach that though. You know, he don't teach that stuff. If you don't work, you don't eat. You know, Nation of Islam don't teach that. God ain't gave me a damn thing, people. Right.
Somebody said something that God gave you something.
Yeah, people said God gave me life. God gave me a
And the
job.
God
You
gave you
a
life
lie.
and the job. Woo! Well, if that's the case, why didn't God give me that goddamn model job I wanted earlier this year?
And why did God give me 10?
exactly.
God gave me 10 years in a damn crazy house and made it hard for me to get a damn job.
Right.
You know how hard it was for me to get a damn job after coming out the nut house? People, your God can kick rocks. Don't send your God to my house, because he got an ass whooping coming.
Oh my God.
Hey, people, if I ever see your God, he got an ass whooping coming.
Oh God.
I'm gonna put on my heavy boots for this one.
Ooh, child. Oh.
Damn God ain't did a damn thing for me.
Why last? Yeah.
Yeah, so on that note, I got to roll. And I appreciate everybody for joining. It was a lively conversation, actually. It really was.
Yes, it was.
And
Yes, it was.
Brother Gary stopped by. He was still on his job, just finishing up. He caught the tail end of the conversation. So shout out to our brother.
He missed all the other stuff. He missed the main stuff. He missed the main stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, child.
I want to send out a shout out to Brother Gary and Domino. And of course our sister Nova joined us tonight, and Brother Talib, and everybody, even my Christian brothers and sisters that's here. The reason why you're here, because y'all know how I talk, but you know, we still cool. Syrian, we cool. People, we cool. There's a reason why you're here. Don't be tripping off how we talk about the God or whatever. You know, if you need God in your life, so be it. But I don't need it. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't need it either.
Yeah, I appreciate it, the offer, but you know, I can't do it.
I can't do it either.
Yeah, but on that note, until next time, I appreciate everybody coming to you, joining us, and again, thank you Facebook for allowing us to be on your platform. Thank you YouTube for allowing us to use your platform. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who are listening now, who will listen in the future. Just thank you. It's an honor. It's always an honor to come before you and be able to talk with us. And hopefully in the future, this coming new year, maybe we might be able to pull something off that we can be proud of and say. But I really don't, you know, I hate to be serious. I still like you. I like you too, Syrian. You know, people, please stop that. You know, people still trying to tell me about what God and oh, woo, these folks. See, that's what I mean. They you know, I don't know, but you still cool people. You just don't know no better. They don't. They just don't know no better. Yeah, they don't know no better. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Until next time. Oh, yeah. Support our sister, Noble Levine, ancientcreationmyths.com. Check it out. She really gets down on that website. Support our brother Talib. He's Eric Bell on YouTube. Our sister Rashida Strober, the world's first dark-skinned activist. Make sure you subscribe and support our sister and her dark-skinned play, Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. Also, our brother, he's Cool Cutter on YouTube, our brother Gary. Support our brother Gary. And until next time, y'all, I'll probably be more awake when I see you again. But right now, I got to call it a night. Thank you for listening. And as Dr. Cornelius always says, important, I wish us love, peace, and soul. We out.
Peace.
Peace.